Alright, we're back with some more Assassin's Creed 3, and you'll be delighted to hear that this time around, Audacity stopped recording commentary for after 7 seconds. So, this is a post-commentary, I'm afraid. But I'll try and make it so that you really won't notice the difference. Now, last time I did promise that I would do some roaming around Boston, do some of the side quests and such, and you can see that the territory I'm in right now is a Templar district, but that one is liberated. That one's an assassin district. So I'm going to go around and do some viewpoints, do some liberation missions, probably in this north district here, and we'll see where I go from there. So up we go, we're heading north. I think it's a good idea to have a little bit of free roaming in before we move on to probably killing William Johnson would be the next step in the quests. Seeing as it was him we financially crippled in the last sequence. So there we go, we're in the central district of Boston right now, and that is liberated. So no need to really do anything here. Look at those redcoats. There's way fewer. No, in fact, there's just as many redcoats in this district as there are in any other district. I'm not sure to what degree this district has been liberated, to be honest. I guess it's been freed from Templar influence. There we go. That's how it's been liberated. I suppose, technically speaking, the redcoats are on the side of the Crown rather than the Templars. And the two factions' goals aren't necessarily one and the same. Chicken there. Now, I might struggle to get across here. Oh, completely missed that tree. Managed to jump through the bit that I needed to get onto. Things certainly seem to have calmed down a lot in Boston since last sequence, although that could just be the effect of being in a liberated area. They're relatively content. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to get a better awareness for my surroundings, seeing as it's there to be climbed and we have a little bit of freedom now. Certainly makes the world seem a little bit bigger when it's all lit up on the map. I say the world, I mean Boston. It's the only setting we've thus far encountered. I'm not sure if it will be the only city that we actually visit in the game, which would be a shame because, you know, out of the whole of 18th century America, this is the only place we go. Not that there'd be much different elsewhere, but so there's a mission here. I thought we'd have to deliver something, but there doesn't appear to be anything on the map. And I will point out at this point that it's really annoying to navigate the map because the right analog stick is used to look around. I know that's the same in-game, but it's different when you're looking down on a top-down thing. It's quite annoying. Left analog stick changes the filter for the map, so that's what that is. So there we go, we have our liberation mission to the north there. And on the top left you can see the items that we need to fetch to complete this quest. So we need paper, 3 sheets of paper, 2 hair accessories, 2 soaps. Right. So this is the liberation mission that we're at right now. Now secondary ally flashed up on the map there. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Time to get to work. Right, so I need to chase and kill the fleeing thug. And I should point out that I do occasionally press left bumper to sprint rather than right trigger. Left bumper is the Saints Row the Third control for sprinting.
Thank you, Mr.
It looks as though I've actually completed that quest, but I still have guards to kill, obviously. Although I, you know, taking care of that like a boss, except for these ones, but they don't count. Oh, the lethal crate kick in effect there. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure that everyone I killed just then was against me, but there you go. Now that, right there, I've realised, is something where you have to get the timing right on a combo or a counter, I'm not entirely sure, and it's just a cinematic that takes out 2 guards rather than the usual 1. There we go, we've annihilated that particular group of soldiers. Now if we bribe this town crier, then we're incognito again. Great.
Thank you.
That was supposedly an assassination contract mission, but for the life of me, I can't see anyone who needs assassinating on the map, at least. You'd have thought, with an assassination in mind, somebody would have slightly more specific instructions, such as who the target was. But there we go, we've managed to acquire another almanac page. And I think we're going to ignore the assassination mission, seeing as there's no hint as to how to complete it or what to do. And we're going to move on to the next liberation mission. Got to do ourselves some liberating. That wasn't the best executed jump, but suffice. Right, now the fleeing thug is on his way over again, but I can't really get to him right now because I'm busy having my ass kicked. And what I didn't realise at this point was that you need to kill him in order to complete the liberation mission. What I thought was the case was that you had to stop him from getting away so that he didn't call more guards, but actually he just, you need to kill him and only him. I called him Philippe because I was having a little bit of trouble, and sure enough he managed to arrive with about 2 guards remaining. But at least he took some of the heat off me. Thank you. I said Philippe, didn't I? I don't think he's called Philippe. He's called Stefan. I don't know where Philippe came from. Possibly Saints Row the Third. Now there is a marker on my map. I'm thinking that's an informant, which wasn't mentioned in the tutorials for how to clear infamy, notoriety even, but it is indeed an informant. My notoriety level has gone down. But yeah, that was never mentioned in the tutorial. It just sort of came up of its own accord. So, is this Daniel Boone?
Neighborhood could use more men of action like yourself.
My name is Connor.
That's a lovely name for a man from Wales. What's your real name?
Radohan Kedon.
A strong name. You should use it. Mine's Duncan. Plain as they come. If you've the time to spare, I'd urge you to keep on doing what you're doing. This infernal gang needs to be stopped.
Well, thank you, Duncan. So Duncan appears to be our contact or something within this area. I think he is to this northern district as Stefan is to the central district. And so, if we do succeed in liberating this section, it's possible that we will get another assassin ally under our control. That's a Templar notion. On our side. That's the phrase I was looking for. Now, that there is a peg leg trinket. I was wondering what that mark was on the map. Question, do you think it looks like a trinket or a peg leg? Yeah, thought-provoking question there. Now, unfortunately, my notoriety seems to be meaning that guards are immediately willing to get me, but hiding in the water usually works out for me, so... Oh, except... Oh. Alright, okay, well that time my fumbling attempts to avoid detection, for some bizarre reason, didn't serve me particularly well. Who'd have thought? Oh, and there's more guards by the docks. You know what? We're going to rush ahead to the liberation mission and just see if we can't take care of it before... Never mind. Never mind. Called him Philippe again because, well, I need his help. Now there's a thug and he's fleeing, so I need to chase him down. Oh, he's not actually fleeing at all. He's just standing still, hiding in plain sight. It was a noble strategy, certainly. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm about to kill... Yeah, I just killed that guy as well, and I'm pretty sure he may have been the merchant that I saved. And these two guys are fighting each other as well. I've got no fucking idea whose side anyone's on. I'm just killing anyone wearing a hat. That's my strategy for this game. Kill if they wear a hat or are a named Templar. Kill them. There's certainly guards aplenty attacking me. But it looks as though we might be thinning them out a little bit. I don't know, they don't seem to be actually declining in number that quickly. There always seem to be more to take the other's place. Oh no, my buddy was injured. He's down. Oh, he was just lying on the floor there and then disappeared. That wasn't something I noticed playing this the first time, but there you go. So it looks as though he may be out of action for a little while, having ascended to a different plane of existence temporarily. Huh. Another crate kick. Annoyingly, that's the most lethal move in the game. It's kind of like the old knife versus gun complex in most FPSs, where the melee weapon is like a one-hit kill, always. But this time it's knife versus scenery. And there we go. We have collected a trinket. Solon would be proud. We seem to have attracted the attention of a few more guards. I think really I need to find a way out of constant confrontation. Be a good idea to reduce my notoriety once dealing with these, after dealing with these in fact. Excellent, so we've cleared those out in record time really. There is an informant over there that we might be able to get a hold of. Although, for now, we've still got more guards chasing us. Guards that aren't even on the minimap at the moment, actually. It's weird that some show up and some don't. Maybe some of them, the red ones are actual redcoats, and the ones that are chasing me are just repeatedly generating bandits. Ah, so there's another liberation mission here, and the thug is once again fleeing. And I really need to get after him, to be honest. Now, oh, he's taken to horseback, which is somewhat frustrating. And I don't think we'll be able to catch him. That's annoying. But we'll have to quickly deal with these guards anyway. Hopefully it won't take too long. I have killed a good number of guards in this video already. Oh, the old run into them and knock them flying approach. Something tells me that collision in this game is slightly overpowered. Ah, no, I was unable to grab that guy as a human shield, and the firing lines annoy the living bejesus out of me. Luckily I'll get a few crate kicks in and seek my vengeance. There's a lot of guards here. Huh, shoved him against the lamppost, he dies. There we go, that's the double counter, so when two guards, oh my goodness. It's interesting how, in most Assassin's Creed games, the assassin is left to ponder over whether or not assassinating his target was the right thing to do. But in this, in the name of probably impoverished and faceless guards, the goal is to massacre them in the most overblown way possible. But yes, that was the double combo there. If you counter 2 people at the same time, that must be what triggers it. I wonder if you can do a threesome. God, when will this number of guards end? This street is littered with corpses. Huh, that was cool. Sorry, that was a counter grab. I just flipped him over me. You probably shouldn't have tried to do it in such a slow and ominous manner, really. I don't think any of the attacks that involve slitting throats end there. I think all of them involve further attacks because slitting someone's throat isn't enough. That's not going to take him out of the conflict. The crate push, of course, but not that. So I picked up the musket, and it seems an awful lot quicker at killing people than any other weapon in the game. Because obviously you use it as just like a club, which is the most effective kind of weapon. But yeah, this weapon's pretty lethal, and also adds some much needed variety to this particular segment. Now, what I think I may well do is maybe add a counter for either this particular section or the entire video, keeping track of just how many guards I've killed. I don't understand why it's not ending. End. It must end at some point. There can't just be limitless guards. There's patrol points. They're not supposed to spawn in like this. This wasn't how any of the Assassin's Creed games worked. You killed the guards in an area, they may alert some nearby, but there wasn't a limitless supply. Come on, we must be getting near the end now. I'm slaughtering them in double time. And yet, they keep coming. Okay, I need to get out of here. There's too many. And I'm low on health. Or synchronization, I suppose. One thing I should mention, since the last video, I have optimized this game with NVIDIA GeForce Experience, I think. And the frame rate is a little bit lower, so most of the time it's slightly below 60. And sometimes it has dropped as low as like 20 frames, but I think that's usually when entering a new area. Oh my goodness. Much as that running through a room was cool, look at this havoc. It basically took me back to the exact same place, and so now I need to do the same chase all over again, and lower my notoriety, which is where I went wrong. Oh god. I think we could do without some conflict for a while. But yes, this is the optimized version. Previously, it was non-optimized. So, if you have any issues with the frame rate quality in this video, do let me know. If not, I'm going to carry on using the optimized version because, well, I can't really remember because it was a couple of days since I last played this, but apparently the graphics are now better in some way. I imagine they are. The shadows are quite cool on this. But yes, we managed to give them the slip, and there looks to be a man we can bribe there for less notoriety. There we go, we're pretty low on notoriety now. Enemies will still detect me. Now that's a printing press, and I can bribe them, but it costs quite a lot of money, and it's designed to remove 3 notoriety. And I only have 1. But I've encountered a passing tradesman, so I'm tempted to sell my items. Bear claws, the claws of a bear. That's what those are, in case you were wondering. Excellent, so we've taken care of our bear claws, and grease, heart. I'm just going to flick through these to see if there's anything I want to keep, which there isn't. Oh, deer tail, worth precisely £0. Interesting. But yeah, seeing as there's nothing I want to keep, I can sell them all in bulk. And apparently that's worth a lot more than the individual values of those items, but there we go. We'll see what he has to buy, sell, in fact. So we'll take some arrows, or 1 arrow, I think is all we've got room for. Or 2, maybe. which is handy. I'm not sure what kind of trader this guy is, judging by the stuff that he has for sale, but I'm not complaining. We needed arrows. Trip mines are tempting, but expensive as hell. And I don't really use bombs much. As much as they tried to push them in Revelations, I was never particularly sold on them. But we've just traded hunting spoils worth over £500, so we've completed another little hunting challenge, I think. Rain's easing off, looks like. Oh, we'll bribe that chap and start another riot. There we go. So we're now incognito, and there's some guys getting a bit leery on that side of town. And I think we'll attempt this liberation mission again in the next episode.